Mental health days are on the rise, and I want to show you some shocking statistics when it comes to mental health, specifically in the UK, and why it's important for companies to ensure they're supporting their employees with their mental health. But before we look at these shocking statistics, let's just look at what a mental health day is, because it's widely known in the US, but it's not as well known in the UK, not as much talked about. And there are kind of two types, right? And this one here is sort of the first type. And the first type of mental health day is a mental health day, sometimes called a duvet day or personal day, is when you take time off work to protect your mental health. The idea is that you use the time to focus on relieving stress and preventing burnout, which might involve relaxing, spending time with family and friends, or engaging in your hobbies. Popular in the US, mental health days are starting to appear in benefits packages in UK workplaces. Now, employees have no legal rights to mental health days in the UK, which means they're generally not dealt with as part of an employer's sickness absence policy, and they don't impact statutory sick pay. However, employees can take sick days in line with your sickness absence policy, in which case SSP would come into effect in the usual way after 3 consecutive days of absence. Now, that's the sort of first mental health day. Now, the second is when employees are stressed out and they have to take time off due to their mental health. Now, that's also considered a mental health day. And I believe that mental health days in this format are fantastic. Employers should offer mental health days where if employees are feeling, overwhelmed or too much, they can just take a day to gather their thoughts, to get life in order, to then come back and tackle work, providing, job roles allow it. Fantastic initiative in companies. But an even better initiative is ensuring employees don't get to this point in the first place where they feel they have to take time off work. But I digress. But employees shouldn't be getting so stressed where they have to take time off work for their mental health. And let's look at some of the statistics here from this article, because we've got the cost of poor mental health at work. More people are taking time off due to poor mental health, with the average employee reporting 5.7 days of mental health absence in 2024. As well as impacting productivity and morale, mental health days now cost the UK economy around £13.9 billion per year. Time off work due to mental health costing the UK economy £13.9 billion a year. And if employers and companies can support their employees, they can reduce costs of time off work. When employees feel supported and valued and their workload is managed appropriately, they're not likely to take time off work because of poor mental health, right? So how many mental health days off does the average UK employee take each year? Well, according to this article, let's look at this. 2020, it was 3.19. 2021, it was 3.36, 4.48, 4.48, and 5.7 in 2024. 2025, the data's not up now, and 2026, of course, is a new year as of recording, just coming up. But in 2024, mental health absence cost the UK businesses 13.9 billion, as I said. But the true cost of poor mental health may be even higher, as almost half of employees report that their mental health takes a toll on their productivity while they're at work, a common symptom of presenteeism. When employees are not feeling supported, they may just turn up to work and not actually work, right? They're so stressed out, they're so overwhelmed that they don't know where to tackle. They're not gonna do any work. And 50% of UK employees say their mental health has affected their productivity in the past year. So how managers can help their people tackle stress? Well, stress can originate from any facet of our lives, but often the first employers hear of it is when their people reach breaking point and taking time off to recover. Managers don't normally hear that their employees are stressed, or leaders or companies don't normally hear that they're stressed until it gets to breaking point. So why are we letting it get there, right? How can we support our employees? How can we support our colleagues to reduce stress? How can we implement methods to help people better cope with stress? Now, most common mental health challenges for UK employees, 44% financial worries, 32% stress due to work, 26% anxiety about future. Now, I just want you to sit and think about how you can support your workplace and support colleagues and employees with their mental health, and support them in general in their job role, because everything comes back to supporting our well-being. And if we haven't met yet, my name's Tyler, and I work with forward-thinking companies that prioritize supporting their employees with their well-being. We deliver a range of workshops to help companies support their leaders to look after themselves and their well-being, but also to be in positions where they can support others with their health and their well-being. We also help employees support their well-being. And if you're a forward-thinking company that take pride in investing in supporting their employees, feel free to visit the website and get in contact. But if you want free resources to help support employees, maybe you don't have the budget, maybe you don't have the resources in place at the moment to help support employees, we send out free resources to help companies support their employees, sometimes in the form of free webinars, sometimes in the form of free content. Subscribe to this channel. I will be going through other videos. But remember, a happy workforce is a productive workforce.